This is the Calvin D Project, where we interview interesting people driven to change the trajectories of those they serve through learning, teaching, and writing. I want to thank you for being here. We're pleased to welcome Ce Godbolt out of Dallas, Texas. Make sure you stick around because some of the most powerful content is the advice portion that's at the end. So right before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so you can get more episodes like this one. Ce Godbolt, tell me a little bit about yourself and your ministry.
Well, hello, Brother Calvin. Thank you again for this opportunity to be a part of your podcast. I really appreciate the opportunity. I am Ce Godbolt, a national recording artist and actress. I was born and raised in Camden, Arkansas, a little town out from Little Rock, Arkansas, born to the late Robert Godbolt and Roland Godbolt. I am married to Dalton Domain, Jr. of 21 years. And I am a singer, songwriter, producer. I love the Lord. I love what I do in ministry, being a blessing to the body of Christ. I thank God for every opportunity that He has afforded me to be able to go abroad and spread the word through song.
Can you describe the moment that you felt your career was taking off in gospel music?
Calvin, I've been singing since I was 5 years old, but professionally the last, I'll say 16, 17 years. For me, I think in the last maybe 5 years of all of that, my music career has really taken off. In 2019, I released my album, Make It Happen, and that really was a major hit for me. Doors began to start opening for me, even with that project. And then here recently, in 2021, I released my single, Blessed Be the Name of the Lord, that was written by Robert McGee. And that really afforded me a lot of opportunities. I mean, even with radio, opportunities to minister, in song at various places. Doors began to open for me in prison ministry because I do that as well. Okay. And just a lot of opportunities began to open for me. And I would say in the last 5 years, it's truly been mind-blowing, amazing to see what God has done, and I know yet to still do for me in the ministry of song.
What do you feel would be the benefits of being an independent artist?
For me, the benefit of being an independent artist is because you really don't have to worry about the middleman. I would say off the top. With an independent artist, it's just you and perhaps an independent label. For me, my label is Domain Productions, and so that's a part of me and my husband. So we like a team. So anything that I do, or just say CD sales and all that, it comes back to me, and I kind of have say so, in kind of what I want to do, how I want to do it, instead of somebody saying, well, this is how we're going to do it, because when people are putting up the money, they want you to do it the way they want you to do it. But when you put up the money, you can do it the way you want to do it, and you don't have to worry about any of that. And so I think that's a great benefit in being an independent artist, because you're hands-on in your project or in what you're trying to do as an independent artist.
With that being said, how would you define success as an independent artist?
Let me be honest. It's not easy for success as an independent artist, because you're up against those major hitters, of course. But I think as an independent artist, I have found success in being an independent artist. Even now with my song, Blessed Be the Name, I was able to be charted up there with the national recording artists, although the big name artists. I had that opportunity for my song to chart number 4 on the Gospel Billboard Indicator chart. And I stayed on that chart for, I think, about 39 consecutive weeks, rising up above a lot of the known names. It's a great benefit in being an independent artist as well. There's a lot of opportunities for us that a lot of artists may not understand, but you have to get right connected with the right people first to kind of help you get to where you want to go in this music business as an independent artist, because there are a lot of nationally known artists who are independent artists, but because they may have that connection I may know somebody I may not know right now. They're able to be on some different major platforms, maybe that I am not afforded to be on at the moment. But in time, it will happen.
Can you speak on the Make It Happen project? Which of those songs on that project would you say ministers to you the most?
For sure, Make It Happen, because that's the title of the album itself, and I wrote that song. And I would say You Deserve It is another song on there that really ministers to me. I Will Praise You is another one, because I wrote that as well. Those three are really, I would say, my babies. Make It Happen, definitely, because that song, it was kind of birthed out of me because I was kind of going through some things, and I just told myself, you know what? I gotta make it happen. No matter what I'm going through, the ups and the downs, sometimes you may lose family and friends along the way, but I still gotta make it happen. It doesn't matter. So that song is really one of my favorites on that album, along with those other two. You Deserve It, because when I think about that, God does deserve everything that we have. We can do nothing without Him. And God deserves all of our praise, all of the glory and honor. And then I Will Praise You, because in the midst of a lot of things that I was going through, when I actually recorded that song years ago, I wanted to give up, and I really didn't want to go any further with ministry. You know how sometimes you trust people and they let you down because they say, oh, I can do this, I can do that, and then they can't. And I was like, oh God, I don't want to do this anymore. The words just came, but you know what? Lord, I'll still praise You through the good and the bad, through the ups and the downs. So those three songs, really, I love those three on that Make It Happen album.
I like that. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. You spoke on it a little bit, but what do those words mean to you?
Oh, wow. That is one of my favorite scriptures, because truly you do have to trust in the Lord with all your heart. Without God, we can't do the things that we do. And if we lean and depend on Him and trust Him, God will direct our path in any direction that we're going. But we have to lean on Him. We have to trust Him to know that God would do that. So that's why that's one of my, just trusting Him with all that heart, and lean not to my own understanding, but to His own understanding. And then let Him direct the path, and me get out the way. And that path will be straight. That path will be where God would have me to go. But first, I got to lean and depend and trust on Him first. And as they would say, get out of the way.
Get out the way. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, congratulations are in order. You earned the Traditional Artist of the Year at the 7th Annual Affinity Awards, and earned 6 nominations with the Rhythm of Gospel Awards. Can you speak a little bit on those achievements?
Oh, wow. Every achievement for me has truly been a blessing from God. Being nominated is a blessing. And yet, even if you win or you don't win, I still count it a joy to even be nominated, to be considered. Somebody thought enough of me and my music. And I would say me as a person to nominate me. Because a lot of times when I'm nominated for those awards, I don't know who nominates me or any of that. I just find out that I'm being nominated. I'm like, oh, okay, oh my God. And so it's just really a blessing. And to get the Traditional Artist of the Year, that says a lot, that people actually voted for me. Even with the 6 nominations with the Rhythm of Gospel Awards that's coming up in June. I mean, wow, to be nominated in 6 categories, that is truly a blessing from God. And to whomever the person or persons who nominated me, I am truly grateful to be nominated, to be thought about in each of those categories. It's nothing that I've done, but it's by the grace of God to be nominated. And so it's truly a blessing. And you feel really good, and you know that, okay, I'm really doing what God has called me to do.
You are in the movie It's Only a Test, written and directed by Cynthia Reed Willis. The stage played Bishop's Wife, written and directed and produced by Evelyn Jones Reed. And most recently, I understand that you're also in the stage play Office Drama. by Christopher Boyd. Can you speak on those opportunities?
For the film, It's Only a Test. That was an opportunity for me because I've been in a film before, but it was as an extra, which was still a blessing. And for this one, saw the information, and so I was like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And I said, okay, why not? So I actually auditioned for another part in that movie. And because the lady, she said, you know what? I really like you. And I want you to have a part in this film. So I want you to do the church lady. But I'm like, okay. She said, because I really want, like, wow, okay. Yeah. That's how that really came about. When I went there to meet her and her husband, they were like, oh my God, when we saw your audition, they had selected someone else. And they said, but we really liked you and wanted you to be a part of it. And I was like, oh wow, thank you so much. That's really how that happened. You know how sometimes people say the favor of God? Well, the favor of God was with me on that. And it really turned out to be an amazing movie. I mean, really. And so I was just grateful for that opportunity, for It's Only a Test. Looking forward for it to be out on, I think, Tubi and all the other networks, Prime Video and all that. I think they're trying to get it ready for that. So I'm excited about that. And to see yourself, that, it's like, oh, wow, look at me, It was truly a blessing. For The Bishop's Wife, well, we just did that about 2 months ago, I think it was. I've always worked with Evelyn Jones Reed, so this is not my first time being a part of any of her productions or any of her plays. She always, I would say, look out for me, get me a part to play in all of her plays. And so that play was really an awesome play. I was Lisa, so I was wanting the bishop, but the bishop was married, but Lisa was wanting, but it was an awesome play. And then, yes, coming up, I will be a part of Office Drama, yes, written by Christopher Boyd. And I'm excited about that because we know a lot of things happening in Office. Right. There's a lot of drama in Office. I played Mackenzie. It's really a comical play, and I think anyone who come out to see it will really have a great time, laughter and fun. So April the 1st, that's when we're going to make it happen. So I would just say, come out, just be blessed by Office Drama, because we're going to bring the drama.
What would you say to the artist that sees the success and are considering recording as an independent artist? What would you say to that person?
Well, I would say, don't see my success. You don't know what a person is going through to get to where they are. And a lot of times you may not be ready for that journey. Don't look at it that way. But I would say, too, for any young, eager, up-and-coming artist, I would say, seek God for direction. First and foremost, to make sure that this is something that you want to do. Be comfortable in small beginnings. Don't think that when you start out, you're going to be on the grand stages and all that. No, you got to start somewhere. God has to know that, okay, I can trust you on the smaller scale. If I can do that, then I'll elevate you to where I need you to go. But you have to look at it as not something that you want to do because you see the success of someone else. My success is my success, and that person's success will be their success. But I would say, too, have a consistent prayer life. Get people around you who can pray for you, who can encourage you, who can support you, who can be there for you, and also get around people who are doing or have done what you're trying to do. A mentor is someone that can, help you along the way and direct you in the do's and the don'ts. Starting out, it's not easy. It's not easy. But if you stay focused, if you stay consistent, and if you keep God first and foremost in the middle of what you're trying to do, then you can make it happen.
I'm going to touch on this a little bit further because there are so many gifted and appointed independent gospel artists. If we could go a step further and speaking on the business of it and the etiquette, can you speak to your approach when collaborating with other artists and or producers?
I pray about it first because I want to make sure that we are on the same, page. Just because a person produces or you may want to collab with them, it may not be the best person to collab with, or it may not be the best person for you to produce. So you have to make sure that everybody's on one accord. and that's spiritually sound and all of that too. So for me, me and Robert McGee, well, actually, she wrote "Blessed Be the Name." However, I had to like the song first before I wanted to sing it. So when she sent me the song and everything, I listened to it. And by it being an old traditional, if anyone knows, "Blessed Be the Name," it's the old traditional hymnal that we used to sing back in the day. Blessed be the name, I listened to it, and at first I was like, "No, I don't think so." I'm like, then I said, "Well, let me pray about it." And I did. I prayed about it, and the Lord spoke to me and said, "Listen, you have to come out of your comfort zone. People have to see you in a different light. Not, I'm comfortable doing what I want to do, but sometimes you have to get out of that comfort zone and let people see you in a different light." And so I said, "Okay, Lord, okay." So I did that. We recorded the song, and boom. The song has been a blessing. And every time somebody hears it, they're like, "Oh wow, oh my." It's a different CC that they love. It's not, it's not what they're used to. It's a different me. I brought a different CC to that song because I had to get out of CC's way and get out of my comfort zone.
Can you touch a little bit on, for independent artists, what they should consider in regards to distribution with the music?
Well, for me, sometimes you are the distribution company. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, you have to, as an independent artist, you have to get your CD, you have to get it packaged, you have to do the artwork and get all that done. You need to make sure that you around someone who can kind of help you along the way if you don't really know the ins and outs about it. So for me and my husband, because we are Domain Productions, along with Derek Huggins, who is my radio servicing, he services my Blessed Be the Name, I was able to get the CD, get it mastered and get all the artwork and everything done, and then get with a company here to send them everything, the artwork and all that, so that they could make copies of it. And you have to do that. So we are our distribution. Let's say that. People don't go into Walmart now and they're not buying CDs. And also too, making sure that it got on iTunes, Spotify, that it's on Amazon. DistroKid is also who we're under as well. You have to do your research and make sure that you get your music or your single or your album on all the major digital outlets so that people can find it, they can download it, get your streams that way. And some people too, they do like hard copies. So for me, we order so many hard copies, and so when I go and minister in song, people want a hard copy and they want you to sign it and do all that good stuff. So you have to also have available those hard copies as well, because a lot of people don't download. Everybody don't do that. There's the millennials now do, and some of us, but then there's some who don't. There's some who want a hard copy. We make sure that we have all of it, the digital outlets as well as hard copies. So if anybody wanted, we have it. Also too, on my website, there is a link that you can go into and you can purchase it and all of that, and it come right to me, your name and all that address, and we make sure that they get that hard copy.
For the people that are in the trenches, supporting indie artists with airplays on radio and attention on social media, talk about having the support of people like Carmina Barnett, Antonio Johnson, later Wonder Bill. Why are those people so important to independent artists?
Wow, listen, without the Carmina Barnett, Antonio Johnson, the Lady Bell, KGGR, they are very important to indie artists. They're important for me because when I first started out, there was Heaven 97. And Carmina was very instrumental in being a part of that, along with Antonio Johnson. And when I first released my very first CD, they took the time to play my music on Heaven 97. They took the time to invite me to come in for an interview. They took the time to get my name out there, to invite me to various musicals or any kind of events. Carmina especially, hey CC, we got this going on, blah blah. I appreciate that because they didn't have to do it, but they did. And Lady Bell has really been a very instrumental to me because she is very supportive. I've been on her indie artist thing that she does platforms. She plays my music, and she's always reaching out to let me know when she has something going on. Hey, are you available? And I appreciate people who think of me because they don't have to. And I appreciate them playing my music even now, even without Heaven 97, even still with the streaming of the internet, radio now. I appreciate that. And so Carmina definitely is doing that, Lady Bell. And it's truly been a blessing. And it has helped me, even with my songs getting out there, and then them recommending me and my music is truly been a blessing to me. So I appreciate them. Oh my God. Yes. And it's all in how you are with a person, how you connect with people. You have to first show yourself friendly to others before they could see, and so I try to do that. I try to stay humble and just be me. And I thank God for those people who never forgot about CC.
If you were going to put on a concert of independent artists, what 5 independent artists or groups would you have to perform at your concert?
For independent artists, it would be my big sister and friend, Tommy Young West, Leandra Johnson, Tamla Mann, Tim Rogers and the Fellas, and Kalante Gavin.
What new projects are you working on that you can share with us?
Right now, I'm in the beginning stages of working on another single. So I'm just listening to music and trying to decide which direction I want to go in for that. I'm also getting ready for the Office Drama Play, which is April the 1st. So I've been in rehearsals for that, working on that. I do Prison Fellowship Ministry, so I have that coming up, along with a concert in my hometown around June sometime is when we're trying to gear for that. So I'm excited about that and going home where I started. Just a lot of things that I have going that I'm trying to do to make it happen.
Absolutely. And for my audience that wants to connect with you, how do we find you?
You can contact me on ccgodbolt.net, my website. I am on all the social media outlets out there with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CC Godbolt. I'm on TikTok as well at CC Godbolt. I have a fan page on Facebook and it's CC Godbolt. So all of my social handles are CC Godbolt. And again, my website is ccgodbolt.net. If you want to contact me or just follow me or book me, then you can go to my my website, ccgodbolt.net.
Absolutely. Ce Godbolt, I want to thank you for being a guest on the Calvin D Project podcast this week. For my audience, be sure to connect with her on social media and also check out her music. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon so you can get more episodes like this one. And thank you again for listening to the Calvin D Project.